Hello everyone and welcome to Scrap Saturdays. I'm hoping you're enjoying these shorter, quicker videos. I think they're better for all of us. So that's what I'm going to stick with for the next little while. And thank you so much for your lovely comments. I still have to go back and answer most of you, but I have read them and so I'm very happy. Thank you so much. I'm working with a 3¼ by 5¼ photo today, and I did purposely leave an extra large border because I really like the way that looks when I do cut them out or when I do print them out at 3 by 5. So I think it looks it has more presence to the photo for me somehow. So if you don't print them out with a border or you don't have that option, you can just back it onto white cardstock. I'm going to be using up a little bit of my Heidi Swap fabric banner tags at the top. I just thought it had the right shade or tone of pink to it, so I really liked it. And here I was trying to make my title with these Amy Tangerine thickers, and I really love the color. I love the teal of these, and I only have one set. And I do get out the word sandy, but then when I go to do the word toes, you'll see me cringe my fingers because I think I've been doing this in the last maybe 5 or 6 layouts where, see, there I go, I can't complete a title, and it's beyond frustrating. And so I think I'm going to have to take a little bit of time on a Friday afternoon and just gather my letters for the leftovers that I have and somehow come up with short words of some sort. I didn't record my latest one, but I did use my Spellbinders Donna Salazar letters, and they just cut out beautifully, and I did kind of have fun doing that. I tried to freehand cutting some letters the other day, but it didn't work out so well. I'm not so good at freehand cutting. I have to practice, and I'm sort of an instant gratification type person. And I know that sounds horrible, but it's the truth. I like Speedy Gonzalez type scrapbooking. I don't like to have to put too much effort into like cutting and chopping, and yeah, it's not my style. I love the way it looks, and I love the way, I see other people's layouts work out. And maybe it was because my title was too long on the layout that I'm talking about. So maybe I have to try it on a smaller word, where it's just like 4 letters of cutting out versus 16. So maybe there's always a reason, right? There's always a reason why we kind of gravitate to, but I like to get things done. So I always like to keep my mindset fresh, happening, and in the moment. So that's the truth. I just, small little tedious cutting out things, I don't know. It's just not my jam. So here I am using the American Crafts Campfire Wood Tone letters, and I love them. They're kind of round but thin. I don't even know if that makes sense, but it's true. They look great, and they're sort of tone on tone, and they don't compete too much with my background paper, which is crepe paper, and I love it. I cut that paper out purposely. You've seen my video at the beginning when I cut out most of my papers, and I show you that I purposely leave those border strips at the bottom if the manufacturers don't put writing on them. And I love it. I love that it's got, polka dots and the pink, wavy shape to it. It's just awesome. And I purposely picked the chevron or those triangular lines to face towards, going somewhere on my page. And again, I love using paper in that point that it directs your eyes towards, whatever it is that you're doing. So it's going to direct your eyes down to my photo and then down to my title at the bottom. And I am doing a double title, so I am using that cut apart that's exclusive to Scraptastic, that's Sandy Toes on the side, and then I'm going to bring in that second title that's again Sandy Toes. And I always tell you, it's for my eyes only, and my eyes are quite happy and very pleased to not only use my supplies, but have this in my album. So I am so delighted, and I'm pretty sure all of us have taken a photo like this. This is kind of a trendy cat photo where we all stand as a family and put our toes in the middle, and it's a fun one. It's one of those, you have to do it, right? You have to take a photo like this, and so I really like it. I actually like it because I can see my kids' bellies, and it's precious to me. So As I always tell you, please start with a photo. Start with a photo that, makes it so much easier to craft. And I have been noticing, and I do really want to say that it makes me so happy that predominantly the comments that I get on my YouTube videos are that I am inspiring you, or that you feel inspired, or that I've motivated you to scrapbook. And I have to say that that is the only purpose, because honestly, this is such a selfish, fun craft for myself. I craft all the time. When I have time for myself, I sneak into my scrapbook room. And lately, because I'm not doing the live videos, I've been watching some Netflix and catching up on a couple of awesome TV shows. So I'm really getting 2 for 1. I'm enjoying my Monica time, and I really, really extend that to all of you. It's very important to take time to do not only something that's great for you, but that feeds your soul and gives you a little time to breathe, where you're not just being mom, and you're not just being the worker bee, or you're not just being the daughter or the caregiver. It's so much fun. So back to the layout, I'm using some of the other reverse side of this paper. Again, it's still the crepe paper, but they have some really nice light pastel round circular polka dots on the other side of this paper. And so I made a tab, and I'm using my Scraptastic. Let's see, which one is this? It is my Thinking Out Loud stamp set that has the word so and this. And then I'm going to punch out a heart and put so love this. And I love the way that turns out. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I haven't done it in a long time. And I think it's because Scraptastic hasn't sent me tabs or cutouts. And you've seen me do it before. And I love doing tabs on the side of my photos. And I especially now really love doing tabs that use my stamps that I get. And again, between both kits, they seamlessly work together, the hip kit and the Scraptastic kit, especially for the summertime right now. I haven't found much of a difference between both of them. I do sincerely love my Scraptastic. I love that it comes with exclusive stamps. I love that I'm using my stamp sets all the time. So it's very difficult for me to choose between the two of them, but they do work well together. And I did bring in some extra of that border as well at the top where you can see the circles. And I just love the way it anchored the whole page. It kind of finished it off. And again, it's another thing where I'm just kind of going with that. It's been my trend lately for most of my layouts, where I'm bordering the top and I have a border strip on the bottom. And again, no harm. Do what makes you happy. It's just like when you're on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich kick. Sometimes we eat more of something for a few weeks in a row. We can't get enough. And then there, comes a time when we don't want to eat another peanut butter sandwich if our life depended on it. Same thing with scrapbooking. That's okay. If you feel that you're gravitating towards the same type of style, then so be it. It's what gets it done, right? And your albums look amazing. So I'm using, I think that's a poolside die that says Summer Fun, and it's an arrow, but again, it's still in the same awesome pink tone. And I do love the Amy Tangerine. I think it's called Carl Barteski, or I don't know how to say it. The font, and it's in taffy, which is the word Sandy at the bottom. And I've been using that quite a bit. It did not come in any of my kits. It's a separate purchase that I've made on my own, but I really love that font. I'm using up one of the last of the Fancy Pants tags, which is that chipboard type with the white stripes. The Yes is a Scraptastic exclusive flare badge. That little acetate piece is a leftover from a different Scraptastic kit, but I am trying to sometimes, mix a little bit of the old with the new just to use up what I have. And again, as long as the colors look good and they're pleasing to you, there's no harm. You just use whatever you have. I did sneak in that feather there underneath the Yes, but it didn't make me happy, so out it goes. And I think I'm almost done. I really love how quick and easy it is for me to just get things done, especially when everything kind of matches. And again, very blessed that the kits are already done for me. I guess the hardest part right now has been my thickers, and I go back to it because it's driving me bonkers. I feel like we have so much leftover of letters that I don't know what I would do with them. I sincerely have no idea. I mean, I've seen layouts where people use the alphabet as the background, and I get all that, but I almost see it as a sad waste. Like I'm going to have to purge my room a little bit. I still haven't cleaned up my old craft room. I need to turn that into a guest bedroom. And I even bought this Japanese book about how to declutter and tidy up your house. And I loved it. I read it and I love the concept of it. And basically, I do need to purge a little bit more. I do hang on to quite a bit of my scrapbooking supplies, and some of them are probably 10, 12 years old now. And I feel that the whole part of everything that we do is it's nice to buy and purchase, and I see all these haul videos and stuff like that. But the sad part is if you're not using them and you're not enjoying them, then your room, especially now that I have a smaller room, does become quite filled really quickly if, we're not turning around these products onto our layouts quick enough. So yeah, I've got a lot of packages that just have, odds and ends and especially a lot of numbers on them. So I don't know, maybe I'll donate them to my son's school. I have no idea, but I know we all are in the same boat. I see you guys giving me the same kind of, oh, I wish there was more of this letters and more vowels. Absolutely. And again, I always say this like as if somebody's listening to me, but hopefully, people improve on their products because then obviously we would be happier as consumers. So I'm down to, just gluing everything down, and my hot glue gun seems to be my choice all the time, and I really like it because it gets the job done and things stay on the page. And yeah, this is pretty much the way the layout's going to turn out. I don't think I do anything extra. I might do some stamping like I do at the end. And as you can see, that is the reverse side, and I really love the way this just brings in a little bit of softness at the top. And I'm always leaving like a 1/4 of an inch gap, and I really like that look as well. And that little piece there that I'm tucking behind the banner is just the end reverse part of the bottom of the paper, and I just thought it would bring up some more of that color and of that wavy pattern to the top, and it looked really nice there just in that cluster. I'm thinking of that book. I'm thinking of clutter. So thank you so much. I don't know if I show too much more. I'm just going to glue down all of my, after all of this, I didn't even have my centerpiece done there. I kind of worked top and bottom before I finished the middle part. But it all works out, and I am trying to put down some ATG and just kind of cover all that. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for everything. Take care, guys.